Greetings once again, for here's another session of Rayman for the PlayStation 1. In the last session, we have completed the Dream Forest world, and we've got all the Electroons, we've freed all the Electroons by busting open the cages. It actually feels a little bit different now that I'm introducing a new session, because as I said, this is a bigger game towards most of the NES games. I mean, fuck, probably, there might be one day I'll actually do this whole game in one go, but right now, that's not going to happen. Anyway, so that being said, we've finished everything from here, from the Dream Forest. Our next world is Bandland, which is my personal favourite world of all time because of its soundtrack. This game's soundtrack is where I fall in love. In fact, when we get to Bongo Hills, which we'll do right now, and the drums, of course, from Bandland help as well, but just listen to this soundtrack and you'll know why I've loved this game as a child. Just a moment of silence. I mean, come on, seriously, how could you not fall? How could you not like this soundtrack? I was gonna say fall in love, but you know what I'm getting at. This is just this particular track right here is what I really started to like about this game. And not only is this my favorite track of the world, it's my favorite track within the entire game. So many memories of just listening to this piece. I've spent, even when I've discovered it on YouTube, I can actually listen to it on YouTube as well as on the internet, and I just felt so happy. The nostalgia, the feeling of nostalgia just cannot overcompensate. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but this is where it all came out. I love it. So, obviously Bandland introduces ourselves into this new world right here, and I love what I see right here. Oh god, yeah, this soundtrack, however, this is pretty much the exact opposite as I felt when listening to this. It's just, it almost comes out of nowhere. It's sorrow, it's disturbing, menacing, and it just cuts in and cuts out. That wasn't the full soundtrack as you just heard, but yeah, you listen to the full soundtrack of that, and it's just, I don't even know what Ubisoft was thinking at the time. Anyway, so we've done our deeds in the Dream Forest. This is where the game starts to get a little bit tricky when it comes to platforming. The difficulty basically has risen, as well as enemies. There's new enemies and new obstacles, new platforms, all that shit to lo and behold. But this is what I love about Bandland right here is, as you can see, the environment at the background is more sort of meadow-like. You got massive giant instruments in the background, kind of like a dream setting, I guess, for those music enthusiasts out there. You got these drums, well, not this drum, but like these drum platforms along with these flute walls. This is just absolutely epic. Anti-tunes start to make a bit of a return right here, as to be expected. Anti-tunes are pretty much in every world. Like I said, there is new enemies. This, however, this drum is not an enemy. He's extremely docile. He's just cruising and chilling. Fuck's sakes, this music. I don't know why. The design for this drum is a bit weird. For some reason, he's got, looks like swimming gear. He's got goggles and massive flippers. Unless if that's actually his real feet, why, given the design for that, why choose the design of the feet in the first place? I don't know what. Yeah, again, what was Ubisoft thinking? But anyway, so he's just cruising around. We can jump on him, so we can actually, yeah, we can touch him, but he can't touch us. Alright, so there's a little bit more to explore and explain right here. For example, what we're currently standing on are these musical line sheets. I don't know what you call them because I haven't really studied music very well, but there's a bit of ice physics, well, I say ice physics, slip physics, as you can go sliding in very high speeds too. This can be a bit of an encumbrance too, because you don't want to be careening off to the edge of the world and then you fall, and you won't hear the last of it. Another thing to keep in mind is you probably have noticed that there are these clouds, well, I call them clouds. These ones right here, the full clouds that are just going up and down or stationary, you can hop onto them and they won't disappear either on Rayman's weight or not. But those ones at the far left, as you can see, at first I thought there were holes in the center, but those are actually eyes. They're just closed at the moment. Because I believe, if I remember in Rayman Redemption, these clouds here are supposed to have their eyes open. But those ones over there, they're closed. And if you, touch them, as demonstrated right here, they just disappear. But respawn. Oh, fuck's sake. So much shit to explain, and this music is not helping. We're going to come down here first, because there's actually something that we're going to try and do and get. Yeah, like that bit right there can really throw you off if you don't know how to fucking platform right or well. But we're going to ride this cloud right here. Yeah, these are the safe clouds. And from this world on, this is where they'll start to, they start to appear in the future worlds coming up. So, yeah, Bandland introduces a whole bunch of, traits as well as, not traits, you know, like I said, obstacles or even enemies, and platforms that carry throughout the rest of the game. So, you know, something to keep in mind. But goddamn it, again, I love this music. And again, as I was saying, you know, this takes place as sort of in a meadow background, as you can see right here. And what's interesting, shit, I nearly exited right there, is that if you were to play the PC version of this game, then you would actually start in on an extra bit of a level before you come to here. And it's really gorgeous, actually, to see it, because it's the only time you get to see something like that. You're actually close into the ground, because up here, you basically, you know, I can fall down there and die, but it's, oh, for fuck's sake, why did I do that? I'm trying to explain everything, because I love this world. But I don't like the soundtrack. Yeah, it looks really nice, and I want to say Rayman Redemption actually kept that in, because they try and include everything for every... Oh god, I'm wasting time here. For all the games that that this game has been reported for. That being said, though, this world, Bongo Hills, I believe this is the biggest world of the entire game, because this is stage 1. However, there's a shit ton of stages. In this game, in the PlayStation 1 version, there are 6 stages. 6 stages! Whereas in the PC version, there's only... No, not only. There is 7 because of the extra bit in the beginning. I mean, fuck me. I think, that being said, Bandland is the biggest world of the entire game, because for some reason, Dream Forest and Bandland, goddammit, have 4 levels, but the rest of the levels, excluding the last one, have 3. No idea why, but whatever. Again, jump on these clouds. And also be aware of these fucking eyeballs that fire lightning from their eyes. They're pretty easy to avoid, but they'll start to appear in more places that are pretty butt-clenching to avoid. You can't really do anything to them at the very moment, fuck you. But there will be a time in which we'll get our revenge. I think what I'll do is just jump up here, and then... I'm just gonna... Fuck! I was gonna strategize by hanging on to the flute. Like I said, this is where the difficulty has sort of risen up. I mean, Bongo Hills is not bad. Well, this part of the stage isn't actually bad, but later on it starts to get very difficult, to the point where I'm most likely going to lose lives. And that's mostly not just because of enemies, but stuff like this. The traction... I'll say traction. Yeah, just the momentum, the speed, everything. You lose control of your character, or Rayman, I don't say character. And that's what makes it very difficult. I think, yes, there is something down here. I should also mention that what I'm playing right now, this is actually not the same save state as oh! Did you see that? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to sidetrack a bit. He hovered, I've explained this last time, but he had hover a bit, so he telegraphed, and then started to fucking zoom out Rayman, just as a last resort, or something like that. They're pretty easy to avoid, you just have to duck since they go flying above. Anyway, what I was saying is that this is not the same save state as I had in the last session, and that's because I kind of screwed up. I've practiced a bit with this world just to get a bit of an idea of what I'm supposed to prepare myself into, and I hadn't realized that I actually have I saved my progress too. And I thought, right, I'm ready to do this. And then I realized I was actually halfway finishing the world. So I thought, well, fuck. I have to go back because I need to show where the cages are. So I started the whole game again. I had to do Dream Forest, fight through Blizzard. I basically got roughly about the same amount of lives, roughly, and tings. I can't quite remember. Anyway, So if you were to play the Game Boy Advance version, you'd actually start here. This is where you'd start instead of, yeah, the other world, in which that case Bongo Hills would be, would only have 5 parts of the stage. And my reasoning for that is, I think, because they just couldn't fit a whole fucking level onto one thing. I don't know. That's my my theory and suggestion. Anyway, got the grab power. We can actually grab trophies just like so from a far distance. We don't have to come up close. We've got these rattles that descend down and wait. These fucking flies can suck my dick because they are... Oh, they're like one of the worst enemies in the entire game. If you don't have your power-up fist, they take a shit ton of health, a shit ton of power attack to basically defeat. But not only that, they can fly, as well as they kick at an unpredictable pattern. Like so, you see? If he could just stay up there for as long as he wants. But once you do get him, just mash the shit out of that fist and... Like, I'll demonstrate it here. Yeah, just do that. Don't waste your time. Anyway, we could jump onto this cloud, or we can just jump down and come down here just to get the tings. Okay, so this is where it starts to get a bit tricky, because you'll notice these... Probably... Hang on, there's a better place for that. Alright, those things right up there, they are going to start appearing throughout most of the worlds now. They're indestructible, you can't really destroy them, and they hurt. And not only that, the worst thing about them, because you have knockback, they'll send you flying off, say, the cloud platform, and then you'll fall down the bottomless pit. So be careful of those things. Again, you can't do anything to the eyes, as demonstrated on these rattles. Walk on the bongos, which make a nice cathartic sound, actually. I do like that. Anyway, these music notes with the very spiny tops at the top. In this stage, well, no, I think in this level, they're insta-kill. If you were to collide or jump into them, jump right here, you'll die, basically. Because obviously there's no way back out. You can save yourself from here. When it comes to this, just make sure that when you see the cloud, jump off as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm really trying to explain everything, but yeah, these things can really... I shake my fist at them out of spite and anger. Great vengeance and furious anger. Except, obviously, there's no vengeance. I haven't submitted to these fucking assholes yet. Oh my god. I kind of wish, you know, there was like a choice where I didn't have this fucking soundtrack hanging around. Yeah, it's got my favourite soundtrack, but it's also got one of the most, just unnerving ones. Right. May I suggest... Yeah, and for some reason you can hear audience clapping in the crowd, like they're hosting for the Academy Awards. I have no idea. Anyway, this bit right here. So many fuck-ups as a child when doing this. This is quite a tight jump. You really have to be right on edge. But the thing is, you can't walk too far on the edge, otherwise you'll hit the music notes. You have to go flying like that, otherwise you'll fall. I remember as a child, I used to fuck up that jump all the time. And that being said, as a child, Bandland here, at least, this is as... I think the next level is as far as I got. So... Once we get far from there, this would basically be the first time on the, say, actual PlayStation, although let's be honest, it's not the actual PlayStation since I'm on the emulator, that I'll actually, it would be sort of blind, even though I know where I'm going. But anyway, alright, this one can be a little bit hard because the cage is all the way over there, and I want to see, okay, cool, I want to see, you can jump and attack, like so. Oh, and did it just spawn... Oh, it spawned an anti-tune. Okay, no worries. But yeah, that's basically what you do. I love it how, yeah, this, the world sort of takes advantage of its environment. Obviously, these are some sort of drums right here, but it doesn't make a drum noise or anything. The drum skin on top is probably just as, you know, it's tight as fuck, so you can't really do anything much. But at least with the bongos, you can make noise. Oh, seriously, and fuck these anti-tunes. I remember I played this bit. I wanted to get underneath from there. This anti-tune knocked me over, and I fell into this asshole right there. Just be careful. Okay, that's stage 2. So we're not even halfway done. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a huge ass level. It's like, what a great way to start this place. Oh yeah, I like this music too, it's very ominous. Now these rattles, as you've saw in the previous stage, this one works differently. They've become a rattle rocket, and depending on what side you're on with the rattle, like if I was going to the right, I can steer the rattle to the right. until it gets to the top. It would always fly up until it hits the ceiling, and then it just hangs there. I should have showed it off. Well, I couldn't because I was a bit off. And then it explodes. And then respawn. So they infinitely spawn. I just got to keep going. I don't know if this is the only stage where these rattle rockets do that. So, okay, watching this, he's all like, oh, goodbye, cruel world. And then, bam. I mean, fuck, what a life to live, right? Yeah. This is not a bad stage, at least, you know, you just have to get straight to the top. There are a few hurdles and obstacles to watch yourselves over. I don't know what the fuck these things are. I used to call them cream cookies because, you know, they're round, they're brown, as well as white. But if they're a musical instrument, my best guess is that they're probably like some sort of, not shaker. You know those round clap instruments? Yeah, no, I had to repeat myself over and over to explain it. I think the Rayman wiki will actually explain to me what exactly they are, but from now on I'm just going to call them cream cookies, because fuck it. It's not Food World, it's Bandland, but I can't really think of what they're called. We already have shakers, which are those green ones, or maracas. Maybe they're just round shakers, I don't know. But I find it a little bit odd to find what exactly these fucking things are. I should also mention that in the last session, I was going to mention something that I saw that actually had Rayman, it featured Rayman. It was a series, which I can't remember what the series is called. I think it was like Captain Star Shield or Star Laser? I don't know. But it had Ubisoft presenters, Ubisoft characters, or representatives, that's what I was meant to say. Everything from Assassin's Creed to, you know what, funny enough, I don't really know much Ubisoft titles. But it also had Rayman, and Rayman in that series is quite different. I should also mention, you know, as Rayman is a children's game, Rayman in the show is not, you know, not aimed for kids. I suppose it's a no-shit moment. He's a news anchor, but he's also fallen on hard times. And fuck you. It actually shows when he turns into this sort of alter ego character, which I don't really know what actually happened, but he refers to himself as Rayman. It's actually pretty badass. Anyway, yeah, go have a look at it for yourself. But you won't see Rayman the same way as you would when you played these games, I assure you that. Anyway, what we're going to do, I want to actually collect these tins, because more lives help. This is where you actually want to start picking up more lives, and fuck me, I don't want to have to deal with this guy. And yeah, what also sucks is that I think, just like with the enemies in Legend of Zelda, depending on which way you move, they'll move at the same speed and almost the same direction, if not mirrored. Yeah, so watch out. Anyway, we're going to come up here. Watch out for these spiky, shiny, metallic balls. I don't know what else you can call them. Yeah, anyway, so far, you know, I think I've done pretty well. Get down here. You'll actually come across some of them that will just stay up in midair. Not forever. I think there will be a time where they'll decide to come down, but make sure your fist is upgraded as fuck, otherwise you'll just struggle and lose your fucking mind when trying to fight those things. They're one of the worst enemies in the game, because they have fucking wings. They had Red Bull, and yet they don't have arms, so I suppose that's a given. Alright, we made it to the top. Yeah! And then we just left him to his fate. Okay. So an interesting concept with Bandland, or I don't know if it's a concept, but now we're in sort of a new environment. We're sort of high up in the sky for some strange reason. Don't know what this has to do with music, but anyway. There's a storm coming. His storm. No. But it's, I do like the contrast of light, of light, as well as the flash. What am I trying to explain here? The lighting effect here is actually really nice. I do like the darkness here, and when lightning strikes somewhere off screen, because we don't actually see lightning, we just hear the thunder and see flashes. It's not one of those stages where once lightning strikes, it helps us lights the rest of the level. It's not that. Oh god. And Jesus Christ, there's a bit of time. These fucking anti-tunes and everything around here don't fucking help. But yeah, I could actually fall off down there and die, and I don't want that. Fuck you. Alright. Just trying to see what I need to do around here. Oh, that lightning we don't see. Oh, wait, actually, we see that lightning, yeah. But we don't want to touch that lightning. Or we just don't want to touch lightning in general. Ugh, anyway. We're going to continue here because we have a bonus coming up. And I love the ambient sound effects. Well, anything with thunder, and as well as rain, sounds really nice. I do like that. It also helps you go to sleep. And we're about to get fucking zapped, Rayman. Move out of the way. Now, if I remember... Oh, yeah. This one's not so bad. But just be careful at this bit right here, because you can actually slip and you'll end up in the exit sign. Yeah, you don't want to do that, because one, it's a waste of tings. And you may actually not end up getting back into the bonus, because you only have less than 10 tings. Did I say rings or tings last time? I don't know. Whatever. But this one is a little bit tricky because you have slip physics right here. If you grab onto the edges like so, it cancels out your momentum and you can just sort of carry on through. Just be careful of this bit right here. Yeah, it sort of goes back. No, 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 no. Okay. And make it to the top. Bingo. First time. Struggled a bit right there. And I got ourselves a trophy. As I still refer to them as. But yeah, it took me a while to actually play the Dream Forest segment again. But I managed to, once again, I think like last session, I did it all without losing any lives. I nearly did because of the fucking spiky fruit plum things. Again, I can't remember what they're referred to as. We have a cage right here. In fact, actually, I'll show you how you're supposed to get to that area. You'll see that there's a purple lum there, which we can actually reach, say, from here. God damn it. Like, no, we can reach it. I have done it before. But we can't reach from over there because we're actually lacking a power-up, which we won't be able to get until, I believe, the end of this world. Yeah. So it kind of sucks shit, but whatever. Anyway. Onto the flutes. Onto the drums. Fuck that sky. Now just keep walking. If you stop, then you'll get zapped. You don't want that shit to happen once they're off screen. Now wait for these guys to jump, and then they'll fucking zoom. And they just fly for all eternity. They're really easy to avoid. Because, you know, again, they telegraph pretty badly. Or you... Oh, shit! No! Fuck me. I was going to say, you can attack them, but I'd rather just... you know... Just let patience win the battle here. Oh, fuck. Just watch out for the lightning. Well, yeah. Which lightning? There's lightning there, and there's also lightning everywhere. Alright, we'll try and make it up there, because... No, we can make it up there. I have done it last time. Oh, right. Well, I was like, I knew I did. I just kind of forgotten how. See, there's fucking eyes everywhere. This is why I'm saying that this game gets harder now. Ah, fuck you. You had to spawn. I ain't no time for your shit. There's almost nothing except for a life, so thank fuck. And thank fuck we've got the grab ability. Not that it actually does much. Whoa. Also, I want to say, it's like at this point right here, this is where I don't really know this entire stage too well. There could have been a bit more back to where that cage was from below, but I don't know. And I'm not going to fucking chance it. And just out of curiosity, there is nothing under there. I've double checked. But we can leave. So now we're past halfway. But this next bit, oh, I don't like this part. This is probably where I'm going to actually lose some lives here. Because it involves riding these cookie cream platforms all the way down. Yes, I'm going to refer to them as that. And, yeah, actually, we're going to come down here first. There's two ways. We'll have to come back down here twice, because we can't actually fit through there. But we can come up this way, get these tings, like so. And I believe this will actually access some sort of trigger thing. I have no idea. Well, there's a cage, which, again, we can't do anything. The cloud will fucking take us all the way up there. Let me just jump on this side. Anyway, so I have practiced a bit to see what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I'm going to have to ride the cloud. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Son of a bitch. Padding. Padding, padding. You couldn't go any faster, can you? But yeah, this is the bitchy thing about this stage, because you've got to ride that platform, which is constantly going in circles, whilst avoiding these spiky metallical balls, which again, I can't remember what exactly they're called. Ugh. You know what? I'm going to take a gander that this is probably some sort of percussion instrument. of ascents. I don't know. This bit, not necessarily bad, but again, just watch out for those fucking spiky musical notes, as well as that fucking anti-tune. He will dick you up so bad it's not even funny. We're going to come up to this part right here. It starts to get narrow, until we can reach over there. I just want to make sure we can reach! Otherwise we'd fall. Now these are shrinking fairies. You just basically touch it and you shrink basically to the size. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we're actually the same size as the Rayman trophy. We probably are. But the downside to this is that, I mean, whilst we can fit in areas that Rayman can't fit, we move very slow. This is our top speed. In fact, I think even crawling is, oh, Jesus. And yeah, the anti-tunes pose a bigger threat. I think crawling is actually, yeah, look at that. That is fucking slow as shit. But in the later world, that won't be so much of a problem later on. But yeah, most enemies are pretty much still, well, I don't know about one-hit kill because of our small stature, but these anti-tunes still don't pose as a threat. These lightning strikes, of course, are much more bigger hazards to try and avoid. So yeah, like so. Oh, Christ. Ugh. Once we off-screen them, then they're not much of a hazard in itself. And I think these anti-tunes, if you say right underneath them, then they'll drop from their flying and just start, you know, start coming towards you at blind rage. I don't know. Anyway, so we need to become small for a reason, because you probably have seen from down below at the end of this segment, we need to become small Rayman, otherwise we won't be able to fit this area right here. Oh, Jesus, I didn't want to continue on. Yeah, we couldn't fit under there. This is what small Rayman's here for. And there's also some areas like there, it's fucking tight as, and I could have fallen down. I don't want to die, because it's a bitch to restart all this shit. This is still level 1, just to give you, just to, you know, run it by you guys again, that we are still going through the same fucking level. All for a cage though. I don't think, no, we're not going to get all the cages, because we've missed one in the previous stage. Alright, a duck. Well, actually, no, we don't really need to duck, but I just do it just as a safety precaution. Now, you see, I'd like to actually go up there and just go back to where I came, but I don't think I can go back. Now we somehow need to manage our way back. I don't know if it's possible. I want to say it is possible, actually, because there's another fairy near a checkpoint. It's most likely I will die, and if so, well, I just gotta be careful. This is how you do it. But again, I don't like that fucking anti-tune being there. Ugh. I've done this before, and I have died, but, you know, the good news is that I didn't have to redo all that shit and get that cage again. Because look, there's a, well, I call it shrinking fairy. We'll call it change-sizing fairy. There you are. That allows you to go back to this Rayman. Because how the fuck are you supposed to get up here as small Rayman? Anyway, that's done. So now we can just continue on. We just need to, yeah, this is all about just avoiding hazards now. This bit's relatively easily, you just walk off, but don't go too far off. I think we'll just duck. I really fucking just, you know, it's not anxiety, but I'm anxious about this fucking stage. That probably means the same fucking thing, but you know what I'm saying. It's tense. It's tense as fuck, because of all the dangers you have to avoid. These fucking cookie creams. But we made it to the end! There we are. See, there's the sign. But there's something else over here, which again, it's a tight fucking jump. Ugh. Oh well, yeah, it wouldn't matter. We just come down here. We just have to go underneath all these fucking notes. Again, insta kill if you were to touch them, which I highly do not recommend. I think, did I say we were halfway at the storm level? That was a lie, because this is stage 5 right here. I mean, it's stage 4 in the Game Boy version. If so, you know, that was a mistake. We just have to backtrack our way back. Because the next stage, I remember, is also... It's pretty unique, actually. And also, to be said, this is probably the only time we get to see this kind of environment of Bandland. Because we actually start to ascend up into the sky, just like the last level. Oh, and that little twang noise you're hearing, that pa-town, I don't know what that is. I think it's just random ass sound effects. Whether that's in this world, or it just shows up at a whim. Alright. Now we got this world. Yeah, this is the last stage. With this unique soundtrack as well. And you got good eyes right here. Yeah, these guys won't fucking fire lightning. Instead, they just keep a watchful eye out. And you come across this big motherfucker. That, whoa, you can't obviously do anything to him. He's just there. Although he's not like out for your blood or anything. He's just trying to, as a drummer, he's just trying to practice his drumming skills with big fucking, yeah, drumstick, well, maces. We'll just fucking call them maces. But every time he beats down, he sends lightning strikes towards you. I know there's a name of this red. Oh fuck! Yeah, don't hang around here for too long. Yeah, you can't do anything. Shit! Fuck! I'm just so distracted. Golden fist, I want that. Well, actually no, I'm alright. I don't need the golden fist. Oh, lightning. No, because I'm gonna die, and I don't want to die. Because again, these fucking musical notes don't help. Oh, I need to get here because that triggers that. Jump! Oh, fuck. Yeah, and now these clouds are gonna work against me. Ah, shit! Seriously? I didn't mean to do that. Ah, that's almost out of habit because, you know, I do that to sort of readjust myself, and I don't need to. So I go here, and then like that. Well, actually, that's a little bit more safe as I would like to. Anyway, if I can get that fucking trophy, then my lives can replenish. Yeah! I didn't mean to do it like that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, it is a unique stage, and this is the only time you hear this soundtrack. It's really nice. It's just nothing but drums. Fucking Nick Mason's going all at it. No, I'm just kidding. Or John Bonham, Keith Moon, you know, any drummer you can lo and behold for. And why not? Charlie Watts. And Phil Swift. Not Phil Swift? Yeah, Phil Swift. Phil Collins. Yeah, Phil Collins. Sorry, I got the name wrong. Anyway, I think we want to go up this way first, for memory. I want to activate all these clouds because we got this segment right here, which, it's, well, I mean, I don't want to say it's hard to avoid, but if we go at the bottom, at least we can, we have a little bit more control to get the things. I don't know, we're just at a better position just because how everything's sort of aligned up. Anyway, we now have to shrink again, which I don't really want to. Hi. Again, you can't do anything. Look at him, he's like, ooh, it's Rayman! He's so tiny! All for nothing, it was a complete waste of time. I don't want to fucking shrink again. Alright. I think... Yeah, okay, so you see this one right here? This one at the flute, because look how fucking narrow it is. You can actually hit the eyes, because, yeah, it's sticking out. If you hit the eyes 4 times, there you go. He's now permanently blind, and he won't be able to attack us. But this guy down here, yeah, we can't do anything about it. Whew. Anyway, I used to think this was a very stressful, hard level, but it's not. But that being said, we have completed Bongo Hills, and I haven't even lost any lives. I was quite surprised. I thought I was going to lose them in the previous stage. But fuck yeah, we did it. Alright, Bongo Hills done. We can now come down here and save our progress. Yes!